Oh, y'all, I can't. I just can't. Somebody please explain to me how this Zelenskyy-Trump drama turned into a failure on both sides. Because last time I checked, one side was handing out billions like Halloween candy, and the other side was out here whining like a kid who didn't get the exact toy they wanted on Christmas. We need more. It's never enough. America, do better. Sir, you are literally getting more money than some US states see in a decade. And somehow we're the problem? Boy, bye. And then Trump jumps in, basically saying, we gave you everything and you're still out here acting like we owe you. And suddenly the media is like, oh no, both of them failed. No. Trump didn't fail. He just did what most of us have been wanting to say for months. Why are we bankrolling this war like an ATM with no PIN code? Why does Zelenskyy act like the US Treasury is his personal GoFundMe? And why is the media allergic to telling the truth?
What does all of this tension mean for the ultimate peace talks? Let's get right to former USS Cole Commander Kirk Lippold. A remarkable exchange there in the Oval Office, followed by his interview with our own Bret Baier, where there was an opportunity for a bit of a cleanup. I just want to get your take to start things off.
Well, good morning, Molly, and thank you for having me on. When you really look at it, there was a failure on both sides yesterday. Let's face it, the United States is the world leader, and as such, both President Trump and Vice President Vance could have comported themselves in a manner where let President Zelenskyy act the way he did, but they didn't. President Zelenskyy, by the same token, and we also saw that in Bret's interview last night, didn't read the room. He didn't understand what was going on. At the end of the day, what Ukraine is concerned about, President Zelenskyy and others are concerned about more than anything else, is security guarantees. Clearly, the United States has failed Ukraine when we offered assurances in 1994 under President Clinton, when we didn't react to the invasion of Crimea under Obama in 2014, and then after the invasion with President Biden in 2022, the United States did not give Ukraine the tools it needed when they needed them to push Russia back. So consequently, when President Zelenskyy walks in and he sees both the president and vice president there, he knows that right there, he is in a position that is almost no-win. While a mineral agreement would have been great to negotiate, unless there are security guarantees by the United States.
This is so complicated. We must stand with Ukraine. It's not that simple. No, actually, it is that simple. America gave a trillion-star Yelp review of support, and Zelenskyy left a one-star review with a complaint about the service. The audacity. And don't even get me started on how if Biden was still president, he would be nodding along like, yes, sir, more? You got it? Anything else? Need a kidney too? Meanwhile, Americans can't afford eggs, gas, or a decent rent price. And we're sending money overseas like we got a sugar daddy gig we didn't sign up for.
The United States and by Europe, which is going to follow the US's lead, Zelenskyy knows that his country will still be in jeopardy.
Yeah, you said something really interesting there when you said he failed to read the room, meaning Zelenskyy, of course. I want to listen to just a portion of the exchange because I think you also zeroed in on something else that happened. Take a listen.
Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
President Zelenskyy there talks about those guarantees again. In reality, this particular event, this meeting, was about getting the deal done related to the unique minerals and to create this infrastructure and this collaboration on an economic front. And it seemed like, was he just not only, perhaps rude to the president and the vice president, but off topic in a certain sense?
I think to a degree he was. I think President Zelensky's main concern is that he was walking into a meeting, and what he's being asked to do with yet another American president is to offer something from his country with no guarantees on the back end that he would be able to safeguard their security for the foreseeable future. I think by the same token, President Trump, in demanding a ceasefire, well, we've already seen where Russia has violated several ceasefire agreements with Ukraine to date. So there's a track record there that the president appears to be backing Russia. I don't think he would, but he appears to be backing Russia in a ceasefire and making it look as if Ukraine does not want it. I think everyone would like to have a ceasefire, come to the negotiating table, have those difficult discussions about what it's going to take for peace, not just short term, but long term with security guarantees. And right now, everyone is maneuvering and jockeying for position. President Putin says no peacekeepers in there from Europe. By the same token, Ukraine is saying, I can't afford to do any deal unless I have security guarantees to safeguard my nation's future.
Yeah, you know, Zelensky also went in.
Zelensky played himself. Trump called him out. And the media, they tried to twist it into both sides failed. Nah, one side tried to hold him accountable, and the other side kept swiping the U.S. credit card like a reckless teenager. So tell me, am I crazy? Or is this ungrateful energy from Zelensky exactly why people are over this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this roast, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.